Welcome to another edition of Islanders Insider. I'm Stephen King, and we're coming to you today from inside the Dugan Wellness Center on the campus of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. We're going to be speaking with Islander head coach Tony Graystone of Islander Volleyball and Islander head coach Shanna Caldwell of Islander Soccer, both of them coming off of big weekends. We also have a special feature coming up focusing on Islander basketball and Islander Invasion, which took place just a week ago right here in the Dugan Wellness Center. Let's get things started right now, talking some volleyball with the head coach, Tony Graystone. Coach, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm great.
Well, first off, let me congratulate you on another successful, exceptional weekend, picking up 2 wins over Nichols and McNeese, and along the way surpassing the Islanders' record for wins in a season, now 22-4. You're writing the record books. It's a really fun thing to do.
It is.
There's no doubt. Have you been able to sit back and enjoy any of it, or are you just kind of too focused and concerned about the next game?
Oh, no, we enjoy it for sure. Every win is a new reason to be happy and celebrate and kind of cross something off our list. And, you know, we're still dealing with 18 to 21-year-old college women, so, you know, they want to have an opportunity to, you know, enjoy it and have some fun, and so we're doing that every day.
As you should. Now, around the league, we've seen some teams that have slipped a bit, some teams that are definitely ramping it up a bit. Does your team fall into either one of those categories, or is there kind of a different category in general for your squad?
I think we're right where we have been since the beginning. I don't feel like we've peaked or sunk at all. You know, we've had moments where we look really good and others that we don't. Some of it has to do with who we're playing or where we're playing. But the team's been very focused, and it's been easy to keep their attention. So, you know, McNeese was the latest one that we were really concerned with. They're a good team. It was a tough match, but I felt like we played one of our best matches in the last couple of weeks.
Well, in regard to consistency, which I guess we're talking about here, some players also fall into that category. Some players may falter on a given night. Even players like Ivy Barsh, she's a great player, but then there's some nights when it's just not really clicking for her. But there always seems to be somebody on this team this year that's there to step it up. You know, we've seen that before with another one of your outside hitters in Kelsey Felix. When she's going, she's really good, but if she's struggling, you have an opportunity to work in like Christy McGarva.
Right, that's right. And we, you know, this is what we did on Thursday. We held Brittany Gilpin out. Her back's just been a little cranky, and after that bus ride, we just didn't want to push her, and we wanted her ready for McNeese on Saturday. So we held her out, we held Kelsey out, and Kelsey was just a scheduled off day. We wanted to get Kirsty some playing time and just keep her feeling like she's a part of what's going on. So, you know, it was a good night for her and for Morgan Williams, one of our freshman middles, and they did a good job. And that was, and you could tell Nichols was all about trying to slow Ivy down, and they stacked their block against her just like, you know, I would have done if I was coaching against us. And that was good because then Morgan Carlson stepped up and led the team in kills. So the balance has been there all year. Against McNeese, we saw 5 girls with 9 or more kills, which is a really good number. But Ivy was the leader for sure, and she had a classic match for her. It was vintage Ivy, you know, 18 kills, but you know, they just couldn't slow her down. But everybody else was right there doing their thing as well. So it's been good.
You mentioned Morgan Williams, another one of your freshmen coming up. She plays behind 2 very strong players in the middle blocker position. You know, how important is it for you to take advantage of those opportunities to cycle in the young talent? And is it the best way ultimately to keep them engaged and with everything you're trying to do in regard to how you game plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can talk and practice and rep and do all these things, but game situations is where they want to be, you know, and every kid comes in here wanting to play, and I want them to play too. So, you know, we've got a nice team with some experienced players, but the freshmen are really important. And so it's been good for Morgan to have those opportunities, and we can kind of put her in places where we feel like she's definitely going to be successful, and that kind of feeds into her confidence. Maddie Woods is another one who's had a lot of success, and on any given night she can come in and do her thing. So those 2 in particular have been good. Hannah Van Warmerdam went down with an ankle, and it's pretty bad, and she'll probably be out for the year. Mallory Moran is our other freshman, and she's kind of, you know, in waiting, you know, but when we get a chance to get her in there, we definitely do it.
You know, you mentioned the Nichols match earlier. A little bit of a struggle hitting, hit about 202, one of the lower hitting percentages of the season for the team. When that happens, what is the best way your team compensates?
Yeah, for us it was serving better, you know, and you know, we knew we were going to have a difficult night offensively without Kelsey and Brittany. You know, you take out the best offensive player in the conference in Brittany Gilpin. You know, she's hitting over 400 in conference play. So you take that away, then yeah, you're gonna your numbers aren't going to look the same. So you got to find different ways to score. So, our serve was very good against them, and we found a way, and we got our kills. It just took us a little longer to get them.
Against McNeese, you kind of came out of the gates a little slow.
Yeah.
Fell in set number 1, then ultimately picked it up in 2, 3, and closing it out in 4. In the past, I think that you would be very concerned for your team if you were to fall in the first set, especially on the road, like going, uh-oh, it's going to be one of those nights. But I don't think this team gives you that same vibe, does it?
Yeah, it was a difficult first set. McNeese was playing good, and we knew they were going to do that. It took us a little while to figure them out, and then we had some bad calls with the line judges. We were really frustrated with some things, and I was really irritated. It was just, it just felt like we were up against everybody instead of just one team. And but it was so good to see our team really respond, and they came out that second set on fire. And they were sensing my frustration, and they were like, okay, I got your back, and let's go do something about it. So it was really good to see them respond that way. And from then on, we were fine.
Also versus McNeese, you had your sophomores, Kristen Nicholson and Kate Klepetka, both had big games. Mm-hmm. Kristen averaged over 3.25 assists per set, while Klepetka picked up an average of 8.5 digs per set, well over their season average, and well over their nationally ranked averages at this point. What makes these two special?
Well, for Kate, it's she's just got this great ability to be in the right place at the right time. Her platform is ridiculous. Finds a way to get a hand or an arm or a platform, something on a ball all the time. Her serve receive is outstanding, and she's just a really good libero. And Kristen Kristen's very smooth. She doesn't carry a lot of emotion behind her. She's a very even personality. Just very level, and she's competitive. She gets it. She's right there with everybody, but she doesn't show it. So she's not this emotional roller coaster. Everybody can kind of look at her, and she's the anchor out there. But her delivery is spot on, and she's able to run plays in transition when we're a little bit out of system that most teams can't do. And so it's really good to keep everybody involved, and we aren't predictable the way we might have been in the past.
Well, I mentioned stats a lot on this show, talking with you. When you stare at a stat sheet, what is the first thing you look at?
Probably our attack percentage and where our points are coming from, how many points a set we're getting, and then what we're doing to them on the other side defensively.
And in relation to that, to just follow up and wrap things up, also, what stat are you most proud of for this team this year?
Oh boy, probably what we're doing offensively. What our side-out game looks like. We said all along that when you lose players like Brianna Brink and Ashley Phelps, you weren't sure where our offense was going to come from. And not only have we replaced them, but we've surpassed what we were doing offensively a year ago. So it's been a really cool thing to see these returners step up their game a little bit, get Ivy back playing better than ever, and you can just see the whole offense kind of evolve.
Good luck this week, back here at home at the Dugan Wellness Center.
Yeah.
Lamar on Thursday night.
It's going to be great.
Good seeing you.
All right.
Coach Tony Graystone joining us here in the Dugan Wellness Center as we talk some Islander volleyball. When we come back, we have a special feature focused on Islander men's and women's basketball. It's Islanders Invasion. More to come in a moment. You're watching Islanders Insider.
The Southland Conference has great mascots, but which one's the best? You tell us during the Mid-South Bank Southland Conference Mascot Challenge. Visit the Southland Conference Facebook page and vote daily. Post a picture with your mascot and earn extra points. Show us how much you love your mascot, and your school could take home the big cash prize during the Mid-South Bank Southland Conference Mascot Challenge. Mid-South Bank. It's time to love your bank.
My name is Candy Richardson, and I'm the principal at Gibson Elementary School. When I wanted to move up in my career, A&M Corpus Christi was there for me. A great career starts with a great education. My professors took a personal interest in my success. Texas A&M Corpus Christi helped me become the leader that I am today.
More than half of A&M Corpus Christi graduates don't have student loan payments after graduation. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Discover your island. Visit us today at virtualtour.tamucc.edu.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time we have a very special feature focusing on Islander basketball and Islander invasion. Let's check in with Reagan Elam.
Hello, I'm Reagan Elam with Islanders Insider, and last Thursday the men's and women's basketball team unofficially tipped off their season here at the Dugan Wellness Center with Islander Invasion. A packed Dugan Wellness Center played host to spirited performances from the Islanders cheer team and the nationally ranked Islanders dance team, as well as Izzy the Islander. The three-point contest saw Cole Martinez and Nikki Flores defeat Bryce Duvier and Brittany Bomalu in the finals to take home the crown.
It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, it was like Cole helped out and we won, that's all. It's pretty cool.
It was all fun, it was all fun. It was a good thing that we got to win, I think $100 for one of the fans. So anytime you do something like that is great.
6 members of the Islanders men's basketball team took the court to display their high-flying aerial acrobatics. The final came down to matchup of Victor Yurchek and Joe Kilgore. Yurchek put up a valiant effort, but it was over after Kilgore's first dunk of the finals. Brandon Pye threw the ball off the side of the backboard and Kilgore caught the pass and threw down a 360 slam.
It was just a great experience to have fun with my teammates out there. Had a chance to win it last year against John, but I came up short. I'm just happy to get the win this year. I mean, we're really excited. I mean, we've been practicing for a long time, training go back to the summer. So we're just excited to get out there and beat up on somebody else for once instead of each other.
Islanders Invasion gave the men's and women's basketball team their first opportunity to unveil their teams for the upcoming season and interact with the best fans in the Southland Conference. Women's coach Royce Chadwick and men's coach Willis Wilson were thrilled with the crowd turnout.
Well, we had a great crowd. When I got here tonight, the line was out the door. We got the best band in the Southland Conference, the best fans in this building. Our players had a great time tonight tipping off the season. It's on now. We're very excited. Obviously, we haven't been studying much because they had that pretty well choreographed. So I thought they did a really good job. We got a great senior leadership, and our girls are really excited about the season. I think our fans are excited. You got 5 seniors. We're ready to go.
Well, the best thing about Islander Invasion, it's full of energy and excitement. Great to see a student body turnout for the event. As always, the dunk contest is the highlight, and Joe Kilgore certainly didn't disappoint. But on a broader scale, it just lets everybody know that basketball season's here. Games are right around the corner. We've been going at it pretty hard in the gym for the last 3 weeks. We've got about 3 more weeks before our opening game, so we're really, really looking forward to the beginning of the basketball season. Hey you, couch potato, what are you doing at home? This is where the action is. These seats are great. I can even yell at the coach from here. Hey coach!
Hey coach, these are great seats.
I know, and it's a great game too.
I wish I could sit here.
Hey, who's coaching the team?
Islanders basketball season tickets are on sale now. Call 825-BALL or visit GoIslanders.com to order yours today.
I'm Christy Felice, and I am the Director of Brand Engagement for the Houston Astros. Texas A&M University at Corpus Christi has absolutely helped get me to where I am today, and it is a small campus with large opportunities. You should definitely choose Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
97% of A&M Corpus Christi graduates will be working or in graduate school upon graduation. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Discover your island. Visit us today at tour.tamucc.edu.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time, we're going to talk some Islanders soccer with the head coach of the program, Coach Shanna Caldwell. Coach, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good seeing you as well. First off, let me congratulate you on your team's clinching of a spot in the Southland Conference Tournament for the first time in the 3-year history of Islanders soccer. How would you best define the growth of the program over those 3 years to this point, now competing in the conference tournament?
You know, I think it's a culmination of all the hard work of every player that's been involved in this program. No matter how short their time here was, they had an impact on what we did and what we continue to do. You know, and we still have a lot of work to do, a lot of improvement that we can make, and you know, it's still one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, and you know, not getting ahead of ourselves. That it's going to take continual work.
Well, I'll tell you what was so interesting going into this past weekend was the forecast. You know, it was hard to believe we never saw rain during either Friday or Sunday's match. Lots on Saturday, but not on Friday or Sunday. Tell me about the challenges of playing, though, in extreme wind, which we saw on Sunday. Is it just game planning for two different halves?
You know, that was a tough wind no matter which way you were going. It was kind of diagonal and just you know, it was like a constant, you know, 40 mile an hour wind in your face. You know, the way that we try to play and our philosophy behind our system is to try to keep the ball on the ground. So, you know, it didn't affect our game plan too much, other than, you know, trying to get the ball quickly down to settle it and look to move forward and attack. So, you know, dealing with it on the other side defensively as it would be if it was played in. You know, it's just them, you know, having to read and adjust to how that wind was going to take the ball each time. But I think they did well. They handled it well, and you know, I think some of it came into play is that it seems like no matter what, every time we fitness test early in August, we seem to get a windy day. So it was, you know, a little bit of resistance training we had out there. So they did well. They handled the conditions very well.
They did indeed. Nana Polson, what a player. She's been a leader for this team. Hit one of the goals of the year on Friday against Lamar on a corner kick. Not as an assist, actually the scoring on the corner kick. That came with under 2 minutes remaining and ultimately was the game-winning goal in a 2-1 contest. Is that type of attempt something that you practice, or was that a little bit of Nana improving a bit? You know,
Nana and Cordero kind of just know who's going to take the corners. They both have great services into the box. Nana, you know, they looked at each other. It was Nana's turn to take the serve, and you know, she just played a nice in-swinger. I don't know if she was aiming to shoot or not. That'll be up to her to let us know what she was really looking for. But you know, it was a dangerous ball no matter what, and you know, I think it was Berdan that did her role in front of the goalkeeper to draw her out and distract her, and you know, that ball it was a great placement and scored a great goal. Got us a good win.
It came out quickly, but the official ruling said it was at least, I think, 2 feet beyond the line before it was knocked back out. Still airborne. It never hit the ground, but it came back out.
It crossed the line, across the plane of the goal. The whole ball crossed the plane of the goal in the air. And the sideline AR saw that and called it. And you know, it was a good job on the officiating crew. And you know, watching it back on film, you know, because from the sideline we couldn't quite tell what happened either, but watching it on film you can clearly see the ball cross, so it was definitely exciting. Exciting,
timely, and huge, setting up the rest of the weekend for the team. And speaking of goal scoring, Jessica Berdan, a name you mentioned a moment ago, one of your seniors, she should have a run at Offensive Player of the Week because she scored on Friday and she scored on Sunday. The first goal against Lamar for the Islanders, and then of course the game winner against McNeese on the weekend. I believe she said that she has to erase her defensive mentality of trying to clear the ball out of the box and trying to remember to score the ball in that situation.
I think all of them need to keep it under the crossbar. But no, Jess has been itching to play, getting moved up the field, I think since she came in. And you know, just the personnel of our back line playing well right now, and the midfield playing well, and she started to get a little bit more offensive attack minded and looking to get into the box in those scoring positions. And was a great ball in by Audrey Cool once again into Biba, and Biba played a great ball across the box, and Nana made a right run to draw the goalkeeper, and Jess continued her run where she should have, was in the right spot, and finished it, which we've kind of been lacking, that finish part, and she hit it in.
A little credit to the Islander broadcast crew who captured that goal, and yet from a tremendous angle where you saw the assist come across, and like you said, all the little things, Nana getting the attention of the goaltender, which forced the defender back to the goal line, which allowed the cross to come all the way through and find Berdan. Everything just came out perfectly.
Yeah, it was a great build up. We actually watched that play again this morning just to see, that started from a goal kick from McNeese that we won and kept possession of. I think we had 10 passes in the build-up to that final execution of the finish. So it was a great piece of attack and possession for the team.
We're talking about the offense, but defense, has been up and down throughout the season. But after this weekend, I believe the D needs some congratulations on a job well done. I'm not a soccer expert by any way, shape, or form, but is that the way the coach saw it as well?
Yeah, I think the last few games they've stepped up and kind of just taken a little bit more of a, had some pride in what they were doing, and just their execution has been a little bit better, a little bit crisper, and they've backed each other up. Their communication's been a little bit more solid, and again, no matter the combination of players back there, everybody's confident in whoever plays in the position. Ramirez got a great solid 15 minutes in on senior day, and she did a very good job. The wheels are all working. Everybody's on the same page, so it's nice to see.
After you won the second game, everyone knew at that point that you had clinched your berth into the Southland Conference tournament for the first time. What was the locker room like?
They were excited. They were definitely excited. It was a good moment of recognition for the work that they'd put in, and it's also the balance of letting them celebrate, but also knowing, hey, we still have business to complete in the regular season, and a game that we can't overlook. It's a big game for us.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that in a moment here, no doubt. And you mentioned Senior Day for Ashley Ramirez. What does Senior Day mean to you?
It's this whole first kind of generation of Islanders. I think each Senior Day is unique and important because they all have a different story of how they got into the program and the role that they've played and the growth that they've had as players and people. And so it's really exciting for each group that graduates here in the first 4 or 5 years. Just to see the excitement and something that they've helped create. It's nice to be able to honor them.
No doubt. Now, getting back to what you were mentioning a moment ago, you still have one regular season game remaining against Houston Baptist on the road Friday. Since you've already clinched your berth into the conference tournament, do you take the opportunity to rest players, or after winning 5 of your last 6, do you want to continue to maintain momentum and improve your seeding opportunity into the tournament?
We're not focused on the tournament, and our focus is still just continue to keep working on what we're doing, keep playing the way that we are, and keep our focus set to one game, and that's playing this game on Friday and doing a good job making sure that we're not cutting corners or doing anything that we're overlooking how we've become successful, and so I expect us to go out on Friday and fight for 90 minutes and look to get another result.
Coach, congratulations, best of luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Shanna Caldwell joining us here in the Dugan Wellness Center. We'll be coming back in just a moment with what's next for Islander Athletics. Stay with us, more to come. Islander Insider continues. Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time, let's bring you up to speed on what's next for Islanders athletics. Islander women's volleyball will be heading to the Dugan Wellness Center on Thursday the 29th as they take on the Lamar Cardinals at 6:30. Then they'll return to the Dugan on Saturday the 31st as they host Sam Houston State. The homestand will continue the following Tuesday, November 3rd, as they play Houston Baptist at 6:30. Islander women's soccer will be taking to the pitch on Friday the 30th on the road at Houston Baptist. Start time 5 o'clock. And then on Thursday the 5th, they'll be heading to Conway, Arkansas for the Southland Conference Tournament. Days and times are to be determined. Islander cross country will be on the road competing in the Southland Conference Championships in Huntsville, Texas on Friday the 30th. Start times to be determined. Islander women's basketball will be heading to the Dugan Wellness Center on Thursday the 5th here on the campus of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi as they open exhibition play against Texas A&M International. Start time 7 p.m. And they'll follow that up with men's basketball also playing here in the Dugan Wellness Center on Saturday the 7th in exhibition play against St. Mary's. Start time once again, 7 p.m. Once again, we want to thank head coach Tony Graystone of Islander Volleyball and head coach Shanna Caldwell of Islander Soccer for joining us once again today. Thank you again to Reagan Elam for the feature on Islander Invasion. For everyone here at the Islander broadcast crew, I'm Stephen King. You've been watching Islanders Insider.
Healthcare never sleeps. It's constantly changing. Hello. It's not a desk job. I'm on my feet all day. It's Trevor 3 East. I'm Trevor Bonzer, and I'm a nurse manager at Christus Bond Shoreline. The faculty at A&M Corpus Christi, you see the passion in their teaching. They will challenge you, and they will motivate you. They want you to succeed.
97% of A&M Corpus Christi graduates will be working or in graduate school upon graduation. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Discover your island. Visit us today at tour.tamucc.edu.